How you guys doing? Mark, you know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months. I'll be giving up Starbucks or being cheap. Also, you watched some of my articles I've written for give you some tips on warehouse workers because I worked at Petavina Mold and Die, where I actually ran injection molding machines, which is a giant plastic machine where you make parts, and then there's a plate thing called a lathe. It's a giant drill where you drill holes into solid steel cylinders. So I helped out with that. Put together sonic alarms. I put together the first generation of alarms that used to be about the size of this charger. You put them together, and inside you would have 3 or 4 different things connected. So that's why when I tell you about warehouses and stuff, I know I had to go out and collect money. And not only did I have to do what some of you guys, women and men are doing, picking, lifting 50 pounds. I had to package. That's what Calvin and I did at the end of the day. What you're doing now is what Calvin and I do at the end of the day. We put all the packages together, then have UPS come do the work. So that's when I say, the reason I'm so tough on you when you say, oh, I don't think they're going to lose. All you do is lift stuff up all day. And I just don't, I think now that the economy is coming back, I see more trucks on the road. The reason I see more trucks on the road, because I think they want to make sure whatever deliveries they have, they want to make sure they get them delivered and get back to their destination, because they're afraid the company they're working with is probably going to go out of business. So that's why I say, hey, if you're working at a Prologis, Amazon, Whole Food. I mean, how long do you really want to go and pick stuff up? 49 pounds. That gets old quick. That's not warehouse work. That's the warehouse's work is what Calvin and I did. We were a manufacturing / warehouse. At the very end of the day, we did warehouse stuff. For 6 to 7 hours, we produced. So I'm just saying, as the economy goes back, I think less people. I already see the roads are basically empty. A lot of school districts aren't letting Sally, the meat lady, go back who makes the food at the gym. You don't have a lot of security guards, janitors. And then they're not going to spend this second round of stimulus money. I know they're not going to spend. So that's going to slow the economy. So it won't be a big jump for Amazon how it was before. So I'm saying if you're working in front of those warehouses, just work on some secondary skills. Some of you guys may have just gone there to get these jobs because of the school closing and you're doing online education, but still charging you the full amount of your tuition. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. So get that money, but always have a plan. But back in 95, when I was laid off, I remember I told you, like, when you get laid off, it's going to take you at least 4, 5, 6 jobs to get back to where you were. Well, on, I believe about March 14th, I had a job plan. I was going to be working as a lead generator at the mall, at the Tyler Mall. It was there set across from me was the Nordstrom's. You had all the teenagers, all the college students walking by there. Walked by my kiosk where I asked the parents, hey, would you like to, would you want a remodeling appointment? So I had that one. And then what happened? Just as COVID hit, I was like, oh, look at all these women. I'm right in front of Nordstrom's. Downstairs, there was a cafeteria, or there was a Starbucks right a little bit past me. So it's a great, awesome part-time job. Tyler Mall closes, job number 1 loss. I wrote it down. And then I was, all right, then I think about April, I was on the phone looking for jobs. Okay, I can do some cold calling, do some stuff. So I believe I had 2 to 3 interviews in April. Got signed up, but then the places I signed up at never sent me the leads or never sent me any strategy how to do the prospecting to get the people for them to do it. And then I found out what they wanted me to do is, not only did they want me to prospect, they also wanted me to close the deal. I'm like, well, what are you doing? I'm not a real estate agent. I can give them a hypothetical price. I can do a comp, but I wanted your help. At least give me some guidance. They don't want to do anything. So all those cold call things fail. What's the next job I had? Oh yeah, I went back to team play, so I didn't do anything for a while. Then I went back to play team play. They called me back for an event where they were just trying something, and that's where before we used to do what you call banquet. Who knows what a smorgasbord and banquet was? Yes, that's what I would mostly do. Set up the rides. We had a slalom ride. There was a mountain climb. There was the mountain climbing. There was all these rides would set up, but then because of COVID and them limited amount of space, cut that. But I think that'll probably come back now. If you're gonna open up Disneyland, you're gonna open up Magic Mountain. I believe you can open up the carnival type rides. So that'll open up the mountain. Probably open up our mountain climbing thing again. Open up our the bouncy rides, and we may open up the bounce houses again. So we'll see. That's our next thing that we're trying to do. But till then, but the biggest staple was food. Hey, come get some hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, ribs. It was all the open food stuff. So we'll see how that goes back. But I worked 2 days. I got 2 days, and I made about $161. That was in July. August, I believe I got one bonus check or something for $54 or something. And then recently I started working at a U.S. storage place. I know I told them I'll work the weekends and I'll work 1 day a month. I know I didn't say that I'd work no 2 or 3 days a month. I believe we said it would be negotiable. Well, comes to the end of the training and here we go. I knew it. I had a feeling something was going to happen because she was saying, oh yeah, he wants you to have 2 to 3 days of availability. I said no problem with that. And then 2 to 3 days of availability during the week with open availability from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm saying, is there any particular shift we can select? Oh no, just has to be open. I knew that would be a problem. I'm like, all right, what's the point? I mean, it's a call center, but isn't there a way we can just stagger our hours and set the people to work? You want me to work the weekends? I'm down for working the weekends. But then you want me to work 2 or 3 days a week. And then it's like, oh, or you want to work 8 hours? Okay, man. I knew it was just a disaster. And then I had to resign yesterday because on my way home, I do some construction on the side, and some person called me up. Martin, did you get a call from anyone about a rumble strip on the ground? I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, yesterday we got off the road late and we may have left a 100-pound rumble strip on the road. I think you need to go check that out, man. He's like, did anyone call? Thank God no one called. Hopefully someone stole it. I don't think it's 100 pounds either. I've seen them before. They're like 40 pounds or something. They're total 100. I mean, probably total 20 or 30 pounds. I don't know what the hell he put a 100-pound of rumble strip down for. Unless it's a continuous rumble strip is what I'm thinking. So no, I think you need to go pick that up. So then I thought, no, that's it. Because the reason I said I'm going to have to quit is when he talked about, we want you to work 8 hours a day. I'm like, nah. I'm already skating, I'm already burning the candle at both ends. And so I said, now got the call from that person. I'm just asking for trouble, just headaches. And I said, all right, I'm just going to quit Monday. Then I thought, okay, I'll work the weekend. But I think what's the use of working the weekend? I'm out of there. I mean, I had to, as Grant Cardone said, are we going to be able to, I want to help you. You got to help me. Or we go to ground zero, dog. I'm not going to work for you. You can go hire someone else. Let's go to zero. And I thought, like, as Grant says, if it's bad for A, then it's bad for B. That's one, I think that was in the Selfish Child or Inquisitor one about renegotiating. He's like, no, I'm not going to give them full ability 8 hours a day. I'll work the weekend. If you can't figure out how to get people in with that different block, then go to ground zero, dog. And I had to resign. So so let's give a summary first. So U.S. Storage, that job lasted 2 weeks. I had to quit because of the availability. Real estate, I had 2 to 3 jobs. I worked in real estate. The problem was the real estate agents didn't tell me to get started, and they didn't want to close the deal, help me close the deals. They wanted me to do the comps and not even come to them. We have Tyler Mall bathroom brand ambassador, was going to work that job. Closed because of COVID, because the mall closed, and there was only about 2 to 3 of us working. So that one may come back again. So come back for me for that. There's team play in about July. Worked a couple of days. Slalom. Then that's when the COVID things spiked, and they went back to all the closing stuff up. So that ended that. So nothing happened for that. And I believe I had I had one cold calling job for let's count the cold calling for credit analysis. My mistake for that was I should have just closed the deals myself. I thought the person knew how to close. The person was telling me, "Oh yeah, set up the appointment and I'll close." And then I set up the appointment and I get all this flack. "Oh, it's not a solid appointment. That person didn't really want this. That person just really don't that." And I realized I was working for a person that didn't know how to sell, who thought they could just pay somebody to sell to make some money. So that ended that one. So here we are. Today is September 26th. Started about March 14th is when the Tyler Mall closed, where I lost my dream job, working as a brand ambassador, college students, graduating college girls, women going to Nordstrom's, Starbucks, and it's September 26th, and I'm out of work for getting a second job again. So in between I think about 6 or 7 jobs. I went through 6 or 7 jobs, and since March, I believe I made $161 for team play. I made $54. I got extra, and I made about $100 working for U.S. storage. So for a grand total of about $314 I've made for extra jobs since March. That's it. Now, that's why I told you, when you get laid off from a job, that's how it happened with me back in 95 when I got laid off. I went through the same type of cycle, but it wasn't this bad. Because remember back then when I got laid off, I was able to work. I worked at UPS. I worked at FedEx. I got some jobs working for, remember Craigslist, place you could get jobs? Used to do Craigslist jobs where I was a tutor, accountant, bookkeeper. I was always finding these ways to make money. I was trying, and my expenses back then were about $1,000 a month, and I was bringing about sometimes $2,000 to $3,000. And here it comes with my extra money plan this year. Since March. Before that, between January and March, I probably made about, probably $300 or $400 in 3 months. Now, from March to September, the last 6 months, only $314, man. So, what did I learn? What do I learn? What I'm trying to teach you is, you got to keep going, man. I had to quit. I'm like, this is not going to work. Sometimes you have to just renegotiate. I'd rather work graveyard shift if I could do that. But this one was just, I cannot stand when they don't have a set schedule, change their mind, and they think, oh no, you'll be desperate enough to change. Now that can happen. So here we are. And what am I only doing now? Getting ready for Grant Cardone's 10X challenge, because I was supposed to go to sales boot camp in September, take a 3-day trip to Miami, but the COVID spiked in Miami, which canceled that business trip. So it's been a shitty year, basically, what I'm trying to tell you, for making extra money. But it seems as if we're coming out of this. I see businesses opening up. I see traffic growing. That's why sometimes you have to use like twice, 2 likes today. That's why you have to sometimes build your own business. That's why I have my $75, $150, $200 programs. I've seen a lot of you watching those videos. You need to go into more detail. Those videos are just a highlight of what I did when I had to pay off the loan, when I was working. In some ways, I was reorganizing. I even brought down a student loan back then. Back in 2014, it was about $94,414. Now it's down to $27,500 as of today. So that if you want to, I know how to bring in that money, pay down that debts, but you need to learn the nitty gritty. That's why I got the $75, $150, $200 programs. That's when we just sit down, let's look at your finances, find out where your money is, find out what you can do, find out if you can pay an extra $20 to $40 on that loan a month. Especially some of you are carrying $400, $500 car loans. You really want to get those loans paid off. And don't get suckered in with, oh, you have great credit. We'll let you pay off your car loan in 6 months. The IRS, 6 years, the IRS appreciates a car after 60 months. So if you have a car 72 months, according to the IRS, it's zero, which means the insurance companies has reduce that car down to zero. So if you get into a car accident 62 months, you better have that gap insurance, because the insurance month is not going to help you at all. So that's one thing. So now I'm out there working on my own business. I got my 397, 697, 797 Get Out the Stack program. We sit down and talk about some ways to get you back to work, or at least get you going to job, bringing in something. Okay, about 314. It's something. It's about a week, so about a month's worth it's about a month and a half worth of groceries and 2 weeks worth of gas. So, hey, better than nothing, man. But that's why sometimes you have to learn how to. And then what does interest rate in the banks? Basically zero. 1%. Put $500 in the bank, get $5 back at the end of the year. You can go beg for $5. You get $5 worth of cans. You save yourself, keep your $500 in your pocket. You get on your EBT and go pick up $5 worth of bottles. You just beg, get us the ramps. Hey man, I'm gonna check in for you. Let me beg for $5. That's why I have my Blackjack retirement program. That's $300. Learn some of the strategies I'm gonna use when I go to Vegas. I'm gonna go to the Downtown Grand Hotel. We're going to take $500 and see if we can't win 50. Because at the Downtown Grand, they have the parlays. We're going to play the double downs, the splits, and also we're going to play straight. If we only win $50 at that 500, that's 10 times more than I would win in the bank. In the old days, you would put $5,000 in the bank at 10%. And get 500 back. That's how people build wealth, with compound interest. That's where they talked about the power of compound, but you don't have that anymore. So you got to find more creative ways to get return on your money, which this generation will not know. That's why this Blackjack, $500 is a way just to, hey, take this money. It's a little money we can put at risk. Let's see if we can't double it. 50, 60. If we win $200 and then take that $500 initially, put it into the bank, that's almost a week's, 2 or 3 weeks worth of pay. So, and then finally we have the Powerball. My Powerball is my Powerball. Got the Powerball. That's my $50 Powerball strategy. Show you some ways to use Powerball, because the way to win the Powerball, either you have to get 4 numbers, or you have to win the Powerball. So you got a 1 in 26 chance of getting a Powerball. So I'll show you some ways to make money on that. And if not, just join our channel. So, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, comment, like. I know you guys just get on, like, spending I'll be spending $1,997 for our sales pitch program. And we're going to spend another probably $200 to $300 on another program. So $2,000 worth of training. You need to do that to invest in yourself. You got 20 to 24 million people out of work. You learn 1 skill, 2 skills, so these companies open up. They say, I heard that guy, because you can help him make money. Because that's what you got to do now. You got to be able to go and tell your employer, I can help you do this, I can help you do that. You just join, share, comment, like. Share, wherever you share, because we're up to 100, going to 100,000 subscribers. And our viewership is going up in the height of COVID. So you guys, everyone likes, so the topics must be hitting. So, and if you work in a warehouse, like I said, I hate using that word, like, that's 3. Make sure you go learn some new skills, because I think in the next couple of months, it's going to be a big slowdown in the warehouse. And I already think the warehouse area has been oversaturated. So join our channel, subscribe, comment, like, share. Let me know what you think about our topic today. Topic today is job number 6. We're headed to job number 7 for extra money. As I told you in 1995, it'll take you 1 to 2 years to get back to your equivalent, to get back equal or more to your job laid off. So don't feel bad if you have to quit or get laid off. Sometimes got to do those things.